he also got into turn one very well compared to Riley Herbst. We'll see if he can hang on to it.
Yeah, he shipped it in there, but it turned reasonably well. He's able to get back on the throttle. Again, a lot of speed into the corner. Not having to use a ton of racetrack. Now he's got to be wide open in the gas.
Held on to quite a bit of the speed, and that's going to be the fastest lap. A considerable improvement.
He talked about his car, but I think his car is better than he was leading on in his interview a little bit ago. And you can see it right here, a really good lap.
Oh, so quick getting in. Can he hang on to it? And he's going to. What a good lap for Josh Berry, fastest at a 30:31.
Junior Motorsports, 1-2. Wow, big lap started by Chandler Smith here, trending almost a half a tenth better than Berry. We'll see if he can continue down here in 304, in over the bumps. You can see that left front tire working a little bit. It's all about back to the throttle, though, and you see quick commitment, and the time is gaining rapidly. Wow, that is a great turns 3 and 4 and a really nice lap.
Chandler Smith has done a really good job in this race car. From the time he rolled in it, there's speed there, there's racecraft there. This young driver, he's got a very good future ahead of him.
And how about the different tracks? A week ago at Atlanta, the high banks of Atlanta, he was on the pole, and now he's the fastest so far at this very flat 1 mile here in New Hampshire.
And I mentioned the left front. You know, this is a track that I always enjoy coming to. Oh, big correction for the 7, because you can still see the cars pretty good from on top of the hauler, and I really would focus on the left front. It kind of shows how much they're working the wheel back and forth if they need to. Got to see a little bit right there. Pretty calm through the middle. This is a pretty good recovery for a pretty big moment in 1 and 2.
Big slide trying to get out of 2, get through 2 for Justin Allgaier. That puts him 3rd.
Yeah, just real aggressive going back to the throttle, and the back of the car just couldn't take it.
I expect this to be a very fast lap, really turning it on the second half of this regular season.
2 wins already for Cole Custer as he chases after John Hunter Nemechek and Austin Hill right now in the point standings.
Really tidy through the middle, but I think the angle kind of hurt his exit speed. He had to finish in a little bit of turning. We'll see if he keeps that same tidy middle down here. Yeah, it seems to be lower than some.
Chandler Smith watching on.
I love that look for racing.
Agreed.
I love the line where he ran. It makes me feel like he's got a car that can really race well. Didn't have to use a lot of racetrack to lay a lap time down.
So Chandler Smith has one more car to dodge before he's able to grab potentially his 3rd career pole. It's John Hunter Nemechek right now in the red.
You can see right on corner entry, it looked like he kind of chased the back of the car.
Pretty close, only a 10th off getting into turn 3.
We mentioned it a week ago in Atlanta. He won the pole on a very high bank 1.5 miles. Now can he do it on a 1 mile, very flat oval? And he has done it. John Hunter Nemechek is 2nd. Chandler Smith gets his 3rd career pole.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
I think truly he is a little surprised by this one. Not bad for a guy who's never been to this racetrack. Did you honestly think you had pole winning speed on that run?
I mean, I knew Colleague Racing brought me a really fast quick type product Chevy Camaro, and it's obviously as fast as Xfinity 10G, but I thought I did a horrible job on my part. I went into turn 1, I locked up the left front a little bit, and it got a hold and it grabbed. I got back to the throttle. I even lifted a little bit off of 2. I was like, man, this is a horrible lap. So I barreled it off into 3 like every other racer, and started sliding, got back to the throttle, and just stayed in it wide open. And it was like, man, that's a horrible lap. I came over when I was coming across the line. I was like, I'm sorry, guys, that was an absolutely horrible lap. And they're like, well, we couldn't hear you, but that's top of the charts. I was like, yeah, it's not going to stay. So, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it when we can get them.
So you said that felt so bad on that qualifying lap. That's New Hampshire. It just does not feel good. How do you think you'll race here for a guy who's never turned a lap here before today?
I don't know. I feel like this track has a lot of similarities to Lucas Oil Raceway Park, which I've had a lot of success at. So I don't know. The track's going to change a lot, especially with cup practice and it taking rubber from our practice. The bounce is going to go through a swing. So we just got to keep up with it and execute all day tomorrow.
Back-to-back poles for this race team. How do you feel about where you are probably, you know, a little over halfway through your rookie season here.
I'm just thankful to be here. I'm glad the good Lord blessed me to be able to be running at this level of at auto racing with such a good group of guys like I have behind me.
Storylines are abundant here, right? This first row battled at Richmond, and how about Junior Motorsports? First time all year they've put 3 cars inside the top 5. Allgaier won here a year ago. Maybe this is going to be the week for them. Sammy Smith, his first trip. We got a first trip, Smith on the pole. Another first trip to New Hampshire, Smith back in row 4.
Yeah, 10 different drivers are making their first New Hampshire start in the Xfinity Series. You see Austin Dillon, one of the Cup drivers that will be making a start here in the Xfinity Series tomorrow afternoon.
There's some good cars right here. Daniel Hemrick and Sheldon Creed back in row 9. Didn't have the lap he wanted, but we know he's just sitting in a fast race car. Has some ground to make up.
And this race will go by quick. You know, this is like I said earlier, a lot of green flag racing. You see Rajah Cruz back there in row 14, Stephen Parsons row 15. A couple guys all the way at the back had that accident practice with Sieg and Gralla, so they'll have to go to a backup car back in row 19.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.